Today is the day we must keep our season alive. Going to the Allianz is going to be a tough test, but if there's any team that can do it, it's this Arsenal side. Next, we're going to preview Bayern versus Arsenal. Let's get into it.
I'm really in my zone. All my niggas getting cheese like it's provolone. They ain't with us at the bottom, so they'll never know. Even through trial and error, gotta keep yourself composed. Feel like me, little bitch, I'm chasing all my dreams.
Let's say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the Big Steph channel. We're on the road to 1K subscribers, so don't forget to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. We're pushing and we're going for that goal every single day on this channel. Firstly, I just want to touch slightly on the game. Today, I'm going to do a bit of a quick preview. It's the day of the game, actually, so this is going straight up to YouTube. This is going to be a massive one at the Allianz, a place that we haven't won for in, 11 years or something like that, 12 years. The last time we won there was the 2012-13 season. After we lost the first leg 3-1, we won the second leg 2-0 with Koscielny and Giroud scoring goals, but ultimately we went out on away goals. But this performance from Arsenal, with no away goals, is going to be a massive one. Now, firstly, lineup. I touched on the lineup a little bit in my last video after the Aston Villa game and how I would line up going forward for the Bayern game, and after that disappointment, the team I would like to see. So I'm going to run through the team. Team lineup is right here. Now, as you can see, I have David Raya in goal, Ben White at right back, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu. I think that back five has shown consistency in terms of Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel. And I just think the best option we have for that left back position that's fully fit and could give us minutes right now is Takahiro Tomiyasu. A lot of people say Kivior can't deal with the pace of Sane. We know Zinchenko defensively is a bit of a liability. And I just think what Tomiyasu will able to provide us with, that solidity to get us through this tight, is going to be absolutely massive. We saw lining up with 4 centre backs against Man City was an absolute masterclass by Mikel Arteta. I think similar game plan again from that Man City game. I'd go with that back 5. The midfield 3, I'd go Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice. Why I'd go with that? It's the midfield 3 we wanted to see all season. In the biggest game of the season currently right now, why not play the midfield 3 we wanted to see? Thomas Partey has been in the side for a few weeks now. He hasn't been getting a lot of minutes, like too many minutes. His last start was against Luton. He played well to me. He got a few off the bench cameos here and there throughout after coming back from injury. I'd like to see Thomas Partey from the start just to give us that, but that's just me personally who I think he's gonna go with. I think it's gonna be Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard, due to that's the midfield that has been playing this season and has had the most reps. And I don't think he's gonna switch it up for a game like that. But I'd like to see Partey in there, but it wouldn't mind either if Jorginho is in there. Just hope Jorginho puts in a very solid performance, because over the last couple of months he has been looking very, very solid. But like against Villa, like against Tottenham at the start of the season, he can't have that mistake in him, especially when he's one of the lone guys back. But I'm still confident that midfield 3 can get the job done. So it's either Partey or Jorginho for me. Doesn't really make much of a difference. But for personal sake, I'd go with Thomas Partey. The front 3 is where I've had a lot of mixing and matching and a lot of discussions with people from outside of Arsenal, inside of the fan base as well. And we sat and we touched on so many different players, whether that be Kai Havertz, whether that be Leandro Trossard, whether that be Gabriel Jesus. If Jesus is fit enough to play multiple games in a row like that to this intensity at this stage of the season. We heard him talk about pain that he feels in his knee. So it's going to be very interesting to see the lineup that Mikel Arteta goes with. But this is the lineup I decided to go with. Bukayo Saka on the right. I'd go Martinelli on the left for that pace. And I was deliberating this central spot for so long. What I think will happen is Kai Havertz will start up top. I think Kai Havertz will start up top. I think we've been getting the best out of Kai Havertz up top. And previously, before I said Gabriel Jesus for that bit of quality, but I honestly think I honestly think if you're going to sit back and play that defensive game plan like we played against Man City, you're going to need Kai Havertz in that team because he's the only aerial threat we carry so far up the pitch. A lot of our more forward players don't have the physical stature like Kai Havertz in terms of height. So having him up there to win those knockdowns and win those duels and lead the press along with Martin Odegaard is something that's going to be very, very essential for today's game. I wouldn't mind seeing Trossard get a start. It would be very interesting to see probably a Martinelli down the middle, Trossard on the left, or Trossard down the middle, Martinelli on the left, kind of thing. A much more of a fluid front three, but that also depends very much on the game plan I think Arteta will roll with. I think it's probably going to be more of a conservative one and pick your moments, but we will see. It depends on how the game goes and how the game ebbs and flows. But I do think Kai Havertz will start in that up top position, in that number 9 position. Now, ultimately, what do I think? How do I think the game will play out? Like I said, I think it will be a conservative performance from Arsenal. I think Bayern will look to impose themselves on us, seeing that the impetus is on them. They're out of all competitions. They're out of all hopes to win a cup this season other than the Champions League. Leverkusen just lifted the Bundesliga title. They're going to be looking to put some shine to their season, and they could definitely get it taking a scalp against Arsenal. So it's going to be a massive result. Arsenal cannot take their foot off the brakes. They cannot feel down for themselves. They cannot feel sorry for themselves off the back of the Aston Villa game, and they cannot look too far ahead for the next Premier League game. Arsenal must focus on the objective and the task at hand tonight. And listening to the manager's press match conference and listening to the Leandro Trossard's conference, the guys seem focused, the guys seem ready, and the guys seem determined to put this performance right for the fans and give us. I get most of these fans on side because after that Villa loss, a lot of fans think the Premier League is over. We're gonna get stuffed by Bayern. The season's gonna come crumbling down. And I think for a lot of fans, this is a season-defining game in terms of how they look at it and the faith that they're bringing for the club. And I'm here to say, regardless of the performance tonight, we must stay together. We must stay solid. Arsenal, I really believe in this team. I really believe in this, but Allianz is a very, very tough place to go and get a result, especially on a European night when anything can happen. I believe Arsenal will get the job done. We will get the job done, and when we do, I hope it gets not only the fans back on side, but gives the players some belief that we can still win these trophies. Now let's just hope the performance comes along with the belief, because it's going to be a massive, massive game. Score predictions, if you're asking me. Again, I talked to a lot of guys about this inside the fan base, outside the fan base, and it's a tough one. And it's a tough one. I do think Arsenal's defense is good enough to keep resolute and to keep stout. And I do think our attack is good enough to take our chances on our day. And if Arsenal do get a win in 90 minutes or across extra time, I think it's going to be by 1 goal. But I honestly think, I don't hope for it, but I honestly think it could go to penalties. But if you're asking me a score prediction, I'd say a 1-1 after extra time. Arsenal win on penalties. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully Arsenal win 3-0 somehow. Hopefully we win 3-0 somehow and alleviate the pressure for us. But it's not going to be one of those games today. It's a massive opportunity, and I know the manager sees it like that. I know he's telling the players to see it like that, and I hope the fans see it like that. This is a massive, massive opportunity. Coming into this game as underdogs and being able to put a bad result right and still have the opportunity to play massive game after massive game after massive game so late into the season. We can't take it for granted. I know that we're here. Let's get what we need to get done. Thank you guys for watching. It's going to be a massive game tonight, a very important game tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.